Tonight, you can learn more about The Purposeful Warrior. It's the memoir by our Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson. She'll be giving a book reading at the Peter White Public Library. We'll have more on that event in our next segment, but right now, it's part 2 of my conversation with her. Now, when you were writing this book, were there any chapters or particular experiences, stories that you were recounting that were a challenge for you to write, but nonetheless important for you to let your readers know about?
Yeah, I talk about having a miscarriage several years ago as a new mom, as a mom of a 1-year-old, and what that was like at a granular level, and how difficult that was, and emerging out of that challenging time, that loss that is still stays with me to this day, came a ability to see not only how critical it is that everyone has access to healthcare services in a meaningful way throughout the Upper Peninsula and throughout our state, an affordable way, in a way that helps us be healthy and navigate through those types of challenges, but also how as women oftentimes in becoming parents and becoming moms, what that means for so many people, the desire to do everything right, and sometimes we can't, and what does that mean, that loss, and finding some solidarity through that loss and connecting with others who'd gone through similar losses. So it was not an easy story to tell, but it was really important for me to tell the story about how I built that deep sense that healthcare is a right. Healthcare is something that we all need to have access to because it shapes who we are, who our families are, and fighting for that in and of itself could be your purpose as a warrior.
And I mean, so it really sounds like this book is a mix of your personal challenges and your professional challenges. And it sounds like there's something that a lot of us Michiganders and even people outside of Michigan can take away from this book. When your readers put it down, how do you hope that they can be more purposeful and engage better in their communities?
I think, for me, for people to see growth and strength through reading the book, rooting in this idea that no one has the power to define who we are and that every challenge is an opportunity to get better. And then put down the book and think, well, what do I want to contribute with my life here on earth? What do I want to see change or happen as a result of me being here? Is it that I want to be a good parent to my child, a good daughter or son to my parents? What is it that I want to define me? And then really understanding how we have that power to focus on that definition of who we are throughout our life and achieve great things. And, for me, I to end the book by saying, what if we all were purposeful warriors? What if Michigan was a state full of warriors for our state, for our purpose, for a better community, for better healthcare, for better access to education, for better transportation throughout rural areas? What would that look like? And to me, one of the beautiful things of democracy and political life, it's not the easiest arena to be in. It can be very noisy, very contentious. But at the end of the day, it's about people, and it's about all of us as people coming together to build a better community, to build a more prosperous state where everyone has a chance to thrive. So my hope is that people would read this book and put it down and think, what do I want to do to be a part of that in my home, in my family, in my workplace, in my community? Because bit by bit, we all can choose to be purposeful warriors in our lives, and through that, create a better world for all of us.
Truly, we all have so much power. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of action and to be pushed by something. Maybe it's a story that inspires you. So I have one more question for you, Secretary. How do you think storytelling and literacy plays into civic understanding and engagement?
Because I think it's critical. Storytelling is a critical way for us to see each other's struggles, and in that way, find a way to alleviate our own pain or others. One of the things I've found throughout life is, particularly in our most challenging times, service to others can be a way through. Saying, if I'm going through this pain, what are others feeling too? And storytelling helps us see others' pain so that we can identify something we could do about it, and in a way, even alleviate our own. So I think storytelling is critical in that community building, that empathy building, and that really is, to me, what can help communities thrive. It also helps us recognize that we're all connected, that what unites us is far, far greater than anything that could divide us. And that connectivity is key, especially in challenging moments like this, where oftentimes we see our differences first and not what we have in common as a strength. Through storytelling, we can see our commonalities and find solidarity, realize we're not alone, and realize the power we have collectively can be greater oftentimes than any one individual.
Yeah, seeing things from a different perspective can really do wonders. Those are all the questions I have for you. And I wanted to thank you for your time for joining me this morning, Secretary.
Well, I'm excited to be in Marquette tonight. It's going to be a great conversation. I hope to see a lot of folks there, and grateful for all of you, all the Yoopers who get to live in the best part of our country.
Oh,
UP.
hey, it's truly the best part of
It's
Michigan.
a
I hope you
secret. We don't
enjoy
want
your
anyone
time
to know.
here.
Yeah. Our best kept secret in Michigan is the UP.